welcome to my channel. My name is Sammy and today I thought I would do the mid-year freakout tag, which is a tag that I've seen a lot on booktube, but I decided to adapt some of the questions and add some new questions to make it about dramas. I also will be focusing mainly on C-dramas and K-dramas just because I want this channel to be focused on that. So without further ado, let's get started. First question is, how many dramas have I watched so far? So I did just say that I was gonna focus on that, but just because I like the statistics of it all, I'm just gonna share the numbers for every show that I've seen so far this year. And it is currently mid-July. I've seen 3 C-dramas, 6 K-dramas, 2 other Asian dramas, 4 anime, and 9 Western shows. I haven't seen that many C-drama or K-dramas because I only started my very first C-drama ever in May, I believe. So I'm pretty new. I've only watched the 3, but I'm definitely going head first and watching a lot. Next question, what is the best drama that I've watched so far this year? And this is not limited to 2025 releases, just whichever show I liked best. And that is Love Like the Galaxy, which I know I'm a few years late, but I loved it so much that I made a separate video, which is actually the first video on this channel, which I will card up above. It's just me gushing about why I love this show so much. And if you've never seen it, you should definitely check it out if you're into historical romance. Even if you don't think you are, I think you should give it a shot. It's really good, obviously, because it's my favorite. And yeah, I would have to pick that. Next, what is a new release for this year that I want to watch but haven't yet? And this would be the K-drama Hunter with a Scalpel, which for 2 main reasons I want to watch this. I think it's already finished right now on Disney+, but to my knowledge, it's not on Disney+, at least here in Canada yet, but I have seen it when using a VPN. Main reasons that I want to watch are, 1, it stars Park Ju-yeon, but I've really liked watching her work ever since her breakout role in the Netflix show Extracurricular a few years ago, and I watched a few of her works since, and so that really drew me in. But also it is a thriller series about a serial killer, which is just a kind of show that I like to watch, and K-dramas have a lot of those. I'm excited to check that one out. Next, best 2025 release that I have watched, and I would have to give this to Legend of Shanghai, which is a C-drama that recently aired, and it is a historical revenge, which seems to be very common with C-dramas, but it's a historical revenge story about the titular Shanghai, who grows up preparing himself to avenge his family who were killed when he was young. Plot itself is nothing unique or crazy, but I just really liked how it was executed and the characters, and it just was constantly a fun watch. It never was boring or slow or anything for the whole 40 episodes, so I think I watched it really quickly. It's just really entertaining. Most anticipated release of 2025 that has not aired yet, and I think I would have to give this to Alice in Borderland Season 3, which is a Japanese drama on Netflix. It's based off a manga, which I haven't read, but it's kind of like Squid Games in that there's a bunch of people that are playing games to survive, but it's different because in Squid Game, they play a lot of simple childhood games, whereas Alice in Borderland has a lot of complex games that honestly I don't really understand sometimes how the game works, but it's more, there's like fantastical elements to it. I personally like it more than Squid Game, but just conceptually I like it more because I like the complexity of it and seeing the players really have to think about how to survive these games. And I just think it looks really cool. Season 2 wasn't as good as Season 1 in my opinion, but I'm still excited for Season 3, which will be the final season, and how it ends. Speaking of Squid Game, Next up is biggest disappointment, and that would have to be season 3, which was also the finale that just came out last month. And I'm sure if you were gonna watch it, you probably have seen it already, and you've probably heard people talk about it or seen TikToks making fun of it. I didn't hate the season, it just was like whatever. I watched it and like didn't think about it again, basically. Next up, biggest surprise, and I would have to give this to Love Like the Galaxy, which, spoiler alert, they will be the answer to a lot of these questions, but that is because Love Like the Galaxy was my first C-drama, and that's not why I loved it so much, in my opinion. It's actually just that good. I went into it with no expectations, again, because I'd never even seen any C-drama before. I don't know, it was just so good. The writing, the romance. The romance, we'll get into it. I never would have expected myself to become so obsessed with it, and also it's really long. It's one of the longest shows that I've ever watched, especially for an Asian drama. And so I usually don't like shows that are that long, but it really changed my mind. Like, if a show is good, I'll watch it for 50, 60, however many episodes. Most overrated, this is not a release from this year, but I did watch it at the start of this year, and that would be Weak Hero Class 1, which I know is really popular. I believe season 2 came out this year on Netflix, and it's just hyped up, and honestly, I don't really know why. I thought some of the characters were really annoying, and then otherwise, it was just, I don't know. I would love to know, though, like, why people like it so much. I don't think it's a bad show by any means. I just didn't connect with it at all. It didn't seem particularly special either, so I'm not really sure what exactly people are seeing in it, but if you love the show, I would love to know why. Next question is favorite new actor or actress, and I would have to give this to Zhang Jingyi. Jingyi? I don't know. I'm sorry. Someone put the pinging up for me. I first saw her in Legend of Shanghai, and then I also recently finished seeing her in Reborn. I thought it was really somewhat fascinating, even though it's literally like an actor's job to disappear into different roles, but the roles of her in Legend of Shanghai and her in Reborn are so different. It was like kind of crazy, and also just visually it was so different that I just thought it was like really interesting, and I watched them back to back. But yeah, she's so beautiful and I love her acting, so I'm definitely curious to watch some of her previous works, but also I've seen clips of her shooting for upcoming dramas, which who knows when they'll come out, but I will definitely be tuning in for those. And also, I do want to watch more of Zhao Lusi. Rosie Zhao, very popular, who starred in Love Like the Galaxy, and Hidden Love is definitely on my watch list, and I'm waiting for her new drama to release. Love's Ambition, I think. But yeah, so far I've only seen her in Love Like the Galaxy though. Newest fictional crush. I don't know if I like crush on certain characters that much. I just like ship them a lot. If I had to pick, I think I would pick, if it was like girl crush, I think I would pick Antu from Legend of Shanghai, which is the main female lead, because she was just so fun. I think I liked her flirting with the main character, and then just how witty but also strong she was. Probably girl crush for her. And then guy, I really liked the character of Mingsheng in Reborn. He was just such a green flag. Yeah. Biggest ship, and it has to be Lin Buyi and Xiaoshang in Love Like the Galaxy, because that is why it is one of my favorite shows of all time now. The romance is just so good. I can't explain it. You just have to watch. There's just something about it. It hits different. You just have to watch it to know. The chemistry, the writing, everything, the dialogue. It's so good. But second place, I would give it to Mingsheng and Qiao Qingyu in Reborn, which they didn't have many scenes together like within the whole show, because the show was more focused on the family drama aspect than the romance, but I just thought they were so cute, the scenes that they had. And again, he's such a green flag. Whenever they were on screen, it was just so sweet. And my newest favorite character, I really liked Xiaoshang in Love Like the Galaxy and Shanghai from Legend of Shanghai, because they're both very intelligent, resourceful, know how to use their words, kind of manipulate a situation. Not in like a bad way, but yeah, I just found both their characters to be really interesting without going into too much detail. And they are the leads in both their shows, and that is also why I loved both the shows so much. Next up, show that made you cry. I don't think I watched that many like sad shows or anything, so off the top of my head, I only remember I cried once in Love Like the Galaxy and once in Legend of Shanghai. Roman Empire scene that I can't stop thinking about. You already know it's gonna be from Love Like the Galaxy, and obviously I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't think this is a spoiler, but the proposal scene, if you know, you know, the proposal scene, his dialogue, like his speech, just runs through my head at random moments. I'll just think about like the words that he said in that scene because it's so good, and I've watched it so many times now and I love it, which is why it's my Roman Empire show, Roman Empire scene. And then best soundtrack, again, I have to give it to Love Like the Galaxy. I have a lot of the instrumentals for the show on my Apple Music playlist because it just brings me back to like certain scenes. Those like ancient Chinese instrumental vibes just be hitting different. A recommendation that you've never heard of, this is I believe it's a Taiwanese drama. It's on Netflix and it's called Light the Night. I think there's 3 seasons or something, but I've only seen the first one so far. And I thought it was a really unique show and like nothing that I've seen before. It's about these, I think they're hostesses at like a Japanese bar. I don't know if that's just like a common thing back in, I'm assuming the 80s, but it does take place a few decades ago. There's some mystery involved and a lot of drama between the girls and the men in their lives. And I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting. Besides the drama element, which is compelling, there's just like a mystery element going on because someone gets killed and you're thinking and figuring out who it is and what the circumstances were that led them to that point. So it's also on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, it's easily accessible, so I think it's definitely worth checking out. And last question to end this off is, what shows do I need to watch by the end of the year? And one is Nirvana and Fire, at least season 1, because I think I'm just past halfway, and that is one of the most famous popular C-dramas, I think. My dad also recommended it. He said it's really good. And it is up my alley because I love a good main character who plots. I love a plotting element, plotting storyline. Yeah, I've been slowly going through that. It's just that I can't watch that on any streaming, so it's a little slower. And then I also hopefully want to watch and finish Hidden Love, which is on Netflix, and it is the also very popular romance C-drama with Rosie Zhao. And that was all the questions on my mid-year freakout tag. If you watched this, I would love to know your answers to some of the questions or what you thought about some of the shows that I've seen. If you want to do the tag me back. I would love to see your responses. Thank you so much for watching. I would love if you subscribe to join my small little drama community, and I will see you in my next video.